Hi everyone, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. Today is Sunday night. I did not film while we ate for lunch and dinner. Some of us had Burger King, some had Subway, and then the older kids went out for sushi. But like I said, it's Sunday night and I'm thawing out some things for tomorrow. This huge thing of bacon, I'm gonna cook it up and we'll eat it throughout the week. I still have a ton of bacon, just trying to go through it. And then because I'm using things up out of the freezer, I'm coming upon things that I forgot I even had. So it looks like I've had this beef and broccoli freezer meal since November of last year. So this will go in the crock pot, and then at the end I have 2 bags of frozen broccoli that I'll throw into the crock pot. So this will be out of the freezer plus the 2 bags of broccoli. I'm also taking out some shanks because tomorrow is only supposed to be like 75 and kind of overcast, which is amazing because it's been super hot. And so I'm thinking some kind of soup. I'm thinking someone like make a bean soup with the yellow beans that we have, or a potato soup or something. But soup, beef and broccoli is definitely in the making. So these are just thawing out. As soon as I get up, I'm just going to throw this in the crock pot, so it'll be super easy. And then I'll start boiling these because the broth takes a while, like at least an hour or so to boil. And then the rest is pretty easy. I'll chop up some carrots and celery and onion, garlic, and it'll be a quick soup. But that's what's going on so far. All of these are going out of the freezer. Like I said, I have holes in the freezer. It feels amazing. I'm finding things that really have been just kind of shoved in the back of the freezer. Ideally, I would love to have like a whole shelf or 2 of just freezer meals ready to go, and like not just meats and stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow when I put all this food together. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning. It's 9:35. I started the beef and broccoli at 7:30. When I woke up, I had my crock pot ready to go, and on the counter, and the beef was thawed out, so I just threw it in there. It's still very tough. It's going to need to go for a while. But I just took out the broccoli florets. They're going to thaw out on the counter before putting them in. And then my ham shanks, I just started them with a little bit of salt, water, and some bay leaves. And look how pretty they are. They do have a little bit of fat, but not too bad. So these are perfect. I love these for soups. I'll get started on chopping up the veggies and stuff, and then the yellow beans, I'm just going to trim them off, probably snap them in half and just wash them. And then I also have some tomato paste in a Ziploc bag in the freezer, which will go in the soup. Another thing out of the freezer, and I'm super excited about that. It is overcast, beautiful, a nice little breeze. I think it's only like 63 degrees so far. So it's perfect day for some soup. All right, so for my soup, I cut up an onion, some celery, whatever I had, a few little carrots, some fresh minced garlic. And then here is the freezer burn tomato paste that has been in my freezer, which is gonna go just fine. And it's gonna be great in my soup. I will also be using my yellow beans, which I'm prepping while my broth is cooking. It's gonna take a while. I'm just prepping everything, so I just kind of dump it in. The soup can finish quicker. But I'm also going to get my beans, just like I said, trimmed off, washed, ready to go. And then I have frozen parsley and dill in my fridge, which I'm going to use. That I'm also going to do like a sour cream slurry and put that at the end as well. And it's going to give us such good flavor. So while I'm in the kitchen doing all this stuff, I am getting the air fryer loaded with bacon. That's what it looks like. It's thawed out. I'm going to put it in here, turn it on, put a few more pieces, turn it on. And I put it at like 380 for about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how thick the bacon is. Drain the grease in a bowl. We'll dump that out in the garbage, and then just let it cool down and put it in a Tupperware in the fridge, and that's going to be our bacon for the week. Okay, you guys, it is almost 11, and I have the broccoli, and I also just added a little more salt and pepper, and then I just sprinkled a few red chili pepper flakes. I feel like I could use a little bit more sauce, but it's okay. I did add a little bit of water in the beef while I was cooking, and it is literally like fork tender. It's just falling apart. So that's how I like it. It's delicious. Just added the veggies, and that's coming up to a boil, and then the tomato paste. season this a little bit more. I need to add some Italian seasoning, some dried thyme. And then I'm going to add the beans and let that boil for a while. And once I turn it off, I'm going to add the parsley, dill, and the sour cream. And I did stop cooking bacon for, I don't know, about an hour. I was just busy doing other things, and so I just started that again and finishing the bacon off. All right, so here is the beef and broccoli. I hit it with some sesame seeds. The beef just melts in your mouth. It is absolutely delicious. We're gonna enjoy this for lunch, and the soup is gonna be done soon, and that's gonna be delicious to eat for dinner. You guys, this is fire. This is so good. It's bringing me back to my childhood. This is delicious. It's a must. You have to make this soup in the summer in our household at least once or twice, or how usually my mom has these yellow beans in her garden growing, and we would get maybe 1 or 2 soups out of it and then some sauteed. But now we have an abundance of them, and it's just delicious. So good. Well worth it. It's almost 1 o'clock. This has been boiling for a long time. Finally turned it off. The beef and broccoli is almost gone. Everyone's been eating it for lunch, and this is going to be more like a dinner. I'm just going to fish out the bay leaves, and oh, I can't wait to dig in. Right now I'm really full because I had the beef and broccoli, but once I get hungry, I can't wait to dig in. You guys, I have some bananas that were in the freezer. I'm going to make a quick little banana bread using bananas, some water, 2 eggs, and a white or yellow cake mix. Super easy. I'm going to dump everything in here. I'll throw in some vanilla and bake it, and we'll see what turns out. All right, that took like no time at all. I had some help from Lucas mixing and Noah making sure we mixed it well. Preheated the oven at 350, so it's 2 eggs. I put a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, 1 box cake mix. I let the kids choose. I said you can bring yellow or white, and they brought me this French vanilla one. And then I have walnuts in the freezer, so I chopped some that went throughout the loaf, and then some that I put on top. I also put, I don't know if I mentioned, it was 2 eggs, 3 bananas. So I did use 3 bananas, and it smells fabulous. So I'm gonna throw this in the oven. It says to leave it for 1 hour, and we'll go from there. You can see a little bit of oil. I didn't have my Pam spray. I ran out from the one in the house, and the other one's in the RV, so I just used a little bit of oil. I'm going to actually take a napkin and try to soak that up before I put it into the oven. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned, but I also added 1/4 cup of water to all those. But look at this, you guys. Look how beautiful this looks. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like super moist, and it smells, my house just smells absolutely delicious. It did take about 1 hour and 5 minutes for this loaf to be done. We have beautiful walnuts going through it. Super easy recipe, and we cannot wait to dig in. Are you guys excited to get some?
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids have been smelling it. The kids and I have been smelling it, and so we're like super excited to dig in. All right, so it is Monday night. We still have some bean soup left, about half of it. Beef and broccoli is all gone, and we still have more than half of the banana bread. So I am taking out pasta sauce, which is marinara sauce with veggies and meat. And tomorrow we're keeping it super simple, just some spaghettis. And then we'll also eat up the leftover soup. We also have some salad kits in the fridge that we could be eating up for like lunch and stuff. I'm super excited to just keep it super simple. And it's going to be another, well, today was a nice day because it wasn't that hot, but tomorrow's going to be a hot day. So in the 80s, so just a quick pasta. All right, here is spaghetti that got done in like 2.5 seconds since the sauce was done. Not quite that fast, but all I did was boil the pasta and then heated the sauce through with the spaghetti's done. Lucas, what are you making?
I'm making crawfish.
He's making crawfish. He found this in the freezer. He's thawing it out, and he's going to boil it with his seasonings here. And that's what he's doing also. And spaghetti's done. I just turned it off. That's going to be it for today. That is it. Do you want to film your crawfish when it's done?
Sure.
Show everyone what you're doing? Okay. He'll do that. We're going to plate this up and enjoy it. And then Emma also has soup in the microwave heating up for lunch. And that is about it. Oh, and we did wake up with no power today. So we were out of power for about 2 hours, which was no big deal because by what? 7:38, it was already back on.
Yeah.
So not a big deal. All right, guys, so it is Tuesday night, And I have some yellow beans. There, I'm gonna steam these in a little bit of water and then add garlic. I put salt and pepper, and then I'll put a little bit of butter at the end and saute them. This is going for my husband for his lunch. The spaghettis are all done. The crawfish are all done. Everything is gone. They ate it all. And then I have those chicken thighs that we thawed out, I believe, Friday or Saturday. And I'm just doing them in the air fryer. They will go to lunch for my husband tomorrow, and then when the kids come home from all their activities tonight, they can have some as well with the beans. So it is still Tuesday night, and I'm trying to think ahead of what I'm going to cook up tomorrow, and I was thinking tacos. That's simple, it's easy, and everyone loves it. I did find in the back of the freezer ground beef from October of 2021. So these 4 individual, maybe, I don't know, a pound of beef, they're going to be cooked up tomorrow. I'm super excited to have found these and get them out of the freezer. And then next to that, we'll obviously have rice. And then I'm going to open up this can of corn. And again, I was really looking, this one has a little dent. I don't know if you can tell, but I want to use up the dented cans. So there's this for the refried beans. It's a little dented, so I'm going to use those up, get them out of the pantry. And we have salsa and chips, and like I said, rice, sour cream, cheese. We have all the good stuff. And then I also have a bag of coleslaw that I opened up, I think, like over a week ago. So I want to see if that's still good. We'll use that to top our tacos with. Just really trying to be mindful of using things up. And I'm super excited to get this out of the freezer because obviously it's a little overdue to be used up. So once it's thawed out, first thing in the morning, I'll probably just cook it up. It takes no time at all to just cook it up, and that way the kids can kind of eat on the tacos throughout the day, because like I said, our spaghettis and everything else we cooked today is all gone. We have maybe 1 more serving of soup, and that's about it. Okay guys, here's some of the chicken. As soon as I took it out of the air fryer, they already like jumped on it. So it's really crispy on the outside, but it's super juicy and moist on the inside. I have more going, and the beans are still okay. So just getting this meal together. This is all the taco meat that I got from those 2 bags. And then I put my can of corn away because I remember I had this bag of corn in the freezer, so I opened that up, and I just have it on with some butter, salt, and pepper. There's the refried beans with a little bit of cheese and sour cream. I did also use this salsa in the meat when I was cooking it up, and then also this taco seasoning. So let's put everything together, and I have rice in the rice cooker going. So the coleslaw was not good anymore, but I do have this garden salad bag that I'm gonna just put over here. We have some cheese that I shredded by hand, that's why it's like that. And then sour cream, corn is popping, and we're just waiting on the rice. But we're also gonna get some salsa. All right, so I just put everything on this platter so it's easy for everyone to get. That salsa is actually pico that my daughter made yesterday, and the rice is on. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday morning, and we're going to be making Mississippi roast in the crock pot. This has been in the freezer for almost a year. So I'm gonna put that in the crock pot. This is another thing that I found in the back of the freezer. So I think this one is with pickles. I also took out these hot dogs because I just got a Safeway haul delivered, and they delivered hot dog buns. So we are going to probably just boil these. And if we need more, we have more in the freezer, and we're just gonna have those for lunch. So for lunch today, David made a sushi bake. And that is seaweed on top. And then he made like a spicy sriracha sauce. I don't know what he put in it. But obviously all my kids love it because it just came out of the oven and it's pretty much gone. So that was lunch today. I'm not sure. I took out hot dogs if they're gonna eat the hot dogs. If not, I'll put them in the fridge and they can eat them later or tomorrow. All right, here is dinner. Mississippi roast with instant mashed potatoes and some corn. Okay, guys, so it is Friday night and I'm thawing out a bunch of stuff. I'm planning on making a tortellini soup tomorrow morning. I do have bone broth. I'm not taking that out until in the morning, but I am thawing out the Italian sausage. And then I'm thinking these are drumsticks. No, they're bone-in chicken thighs. Great. Drumsticks or chicken thighs is fine. Either way, they'll be delicious. I'm thinking of making them in the air fryer or in the oven or something with a quick side. We had mashed potatoes today, so probably like rice or something tomorrow. And then I have a bunch of pork tenderloin. What I want to do is some of it was like $2. And this is a teriyaki marinade, but my kids, when I do it in the crock pot or anything like that, they don't like it. So I'm gonna cut it up and prepare it, season it and prepare it for schnitzel. So these are not that big, but there was a few of them that needed to get out. So I might cook some up tomorrow. I might just prepare it and put it in the freezer. So we'll have it for future meals. And then I found these in the freezer. So these will just go in the fridge so that the kiddos can kind of snack on them, and then they'll be gone. But yeah, this is kind of future meals. And this is definitely going to be a meal. And then the soup. So I have two bagged salads that need to be eaten up. So we'll have this with salad. And like I said, probably like just like that instant north side rices or scalloped potatoes or something quick and easy. Okay, you guys, I found a few more things. So I have some, this is turkey from November of last year. It's just a few pieces. I'm thinking I'm going to throw this in the crock pot first thing in the morning. That way the kids or my husband can just kind of snack on it, eat it for lunch. So this will be thawed out. And then this is just, I believe, turkey breast. So I'm going to thaw it out. I'm either going to prepare it for schnitzel or I'm going to just prepare it for something else to have. But it needs to be thawed out and figured out what I'm going to do with it. So this is what I have so far. A sink full of different meats that are thawing out. And then tomorrow we're going to process it and get it ready for meals. It is Saturday morning around 8 o'clock. And these are the little turkey pieces that we had. And I just put salt, pepper, and onion powder and some some poultry blend. So that's what I have going in here. I'm not putting water or anything. The leg was still a little bit frozen, so it'll give out some of its natural juices and it'll be really good. I'm putting this on high and then we will have this for lunch. Here is the chicken thighs. I left the skin on. I soaked them for about 20 minutes in cold water with a little bit of salt and apple cider vinegar. That's how my mom always cleans her meat or washes her meat. And so that's how I do it. There was a lot of scum and a lot of just nasty water that I rinsed off. And then I put a little bit of salt, and then I used the rotisserie chicken seasoning. I still have quite a bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover up and put it in the fridge. I'm not sure if we're gonna make these today. If we won't make them today, we'll make them tomorrow. But at least they're gonna be prepped and ready to go in the fridge. And then whenever we need a protein for a meal, that's gonna be ready to go. Let me show you the turkey in the crock pot. It is going strong. I don't know if we're gonna have it. Yeah, we might have it later on. We had like a late brunch, so we're really not hungry now. It's almost 11. So we'll probably have it later, but I'm super excited that this is cleaned and ready to go. And the longer I let it sit in the fridge, actually it would be even better because the seasoning is gonna go into them. Here is the turkey. Some pieces are already falling apart. I made a beautiful broth. That's going between the turkey and the tortellini soup. That might be enough for today. We'll see. But let me show you. My soup is boiling as well. Here it is, going strong. And because these are dry tortellini, cheese tortellini, I let it boil for a while. So I did take out 2 containers of homemade bone broth, and it had quite a bit of layer of fat. And because it was just thawing out, when it wasn't like all the way frozen but not thawed out, I just scooped that layer of fat out. I didn't want that in my soup because it would have just made it too greasy. So there's that. I have a little bit of cream cheese that the kids opened up a few days ago that I'm going to use up. The baby spinach, and it's going to be really, really good. I am moving on strong. This is the pork tenderloins. All of them. You can see some of them are already marinated and they have beautiful seasoning already on them. And then 2 of them, so 2 of them were marinated and 2 weren't. The ones that don't have seasoning, and I think even the ones that do, I'm going to add a little bit of this pork rub, barbecue seasoning, and a little bit of salt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice these up and I'm going to pound them out. I'm going to put plastic wrap over it and then pound them. That way it doesn't splatter everywhere. And I'm going to put them on this plate and then throw them in freezer bags, and they will be ready to go for pork schnitzel when we decide to use them. Here is all the meat cut up into slices. I'm going to put it on the cutting board And then, like I said, put the tinfoil seasoning, and then this is the mallet I use. I like to use this part and then finish it off with the little one. And for all of you who have been on my channel or have been with me for a while, you know I don't like to touch meat. You'll be so proud of me. I actually had to cut it myself and touch it. My husband's outside painting our doors and stuff, so I had to bite the bullet and do it myself. Even though he would have come in and do it for me, I thought, I'm a big girl now. If you guys don't like to touch meat, let me know in the comments below. If you don't mind it, let me know in the comments below. How do you guys feel about it? So anyway, let's get this done. It is 11:04 now, so it went pretty fast, and I'm hoping to finish cooking with everything for the morning, like the meal preps. All right, so here's my daughter's lunch, a piece of turkey with bread, and are you excited to eat it?
Already started.
She already started, and it is literally falling apart. The thicker pieces of turkey are still going in the crock pot, but this is ready to go. You guys, it is 11:42. It took me just under an hour to cut, beat, season, and put it in the Ziploc bag. So this is 2 meals. One has a little bit more. I might take some out of this and put it into this. 2 meals. It's going straight in the freezer. There's no way in heck I'm going to cook that today because I've been on my feet all morning, but I'm super happy that this is ready to use, and I put that it's ready to cook. And then I still have a bag. I'm not sure if it's pork or if it's turkey breast in the sink thawing out, so I need to attend to that. The soup is done. Let me show you guys the soup. Here's the beautiful tortellini soup. It turned out so good. I was able to use up that cream cheese that the kids had opened and a box of spinach that had been in the fridge. And then I don't have any more fresh carrots, and I did that on purpose because I have a lot of canned carrots. So at the end, because they're already like cooked and everything, I threw in a can of cooked sliced carrots. And like I said, I have a lot, so I want to use up a few cans through my meals, just trying to use up things from the pantry, and I'm super happy about getting those out of the pantry. And I shouldn't have even bought the fresh spinach because I have a lot of canned spinach, and I feel like that would be perfect for a soup. So from here on out, I will be using the canned spinach. You guys, after inspecting this is pork. It's just sliced up pork tenderloin. So I have to turn this into schnitzel, more schnitzel. So I just grabbed everything back out. I was gonna sit down and like have some coffee, but I'm just gonna finish it. It's gonna take me a while. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of pounding for schnitzel and doing all that, but I might as well, since I'm on a roll, get this done. And because I already thawed it out again, I think I might just keep it in the fridge and we'll just cook it up maybe Monday. And I was hoping it's like turkey breast or chicken breast, and I was gonna turn it into Hawaiian chicken freezer meals, but it is what it is. So more schnitzel. Yay. All right, so I finished with that schnitzel. I put it in the freezer bag, and I actually threw it in the freezer. So that didn't take as long as the other set did because it was bigger pieces, so it went by faster. But I'm thawing out this chicken breast pack. I really hope it's gonna thaw out by tonight because I wanna make the Hawaiian chicken freezer meals, which is teriyaki sauce, a little bit of onion, garlic, red pepper, and pineapple. So I want to just cube this up and have it ready to go in the freezer. I feel like if it stays in the freezer and marinates, it just is a better flavor. So that way we can just dump it into the crock pot anytime we want to. I'm hoping to get at least 2 or 3 meals out of this. And I already have like my red peppers that I bought from Winco this morning, and then I have like the teriyaki sauce and stuff coming from Walmart. So I have all the ingredients because I thought that bag was turkey breast, and I thought that's what I was going to use it for. I should have looked a little bit closer, but it's okay. Hopefully this will thaw out, and then putting it together is going to take like no time at all. I'm just going to cube the onion and the red peppers like big pieces, and the chicken, and just dump it in. Okay, so out of those chicken breasts, they thawed out. My husband cubed them. I got 3 meals. And what I did is I had 2 red bell peppers, so I divided in between the 3 meals. And then 2 onions, pineapple, and then I had a bunch of soy packets. So I didn't add any salt, but I did add the soy packets to get them out of the fridge. 3 cans of pineapple, so 1 can of pineapple with some of the juice for each bag. And then I went through one of these Panda Express like teriyaki sauce. And then I used just a little bit of the other one. So this will go in the fridge. And then when I cook these, if I feel like it needs more sauce, I'll add it from that bottle. But I did also add some minced garlic. And they actually smell really incredible just as they are. The kids are like, are we having that tomorrow for lunch? And I'm like, nope. But these are going in the freezer. I'm super excited that I got these done. I'll definitely have to get some more bell peppers and teriyaki sauce and make some more because I still have chicken breast and chicken thighs in the freezer. And again, I'm just trying to get freezer meals in the freezer instead of just having big blocks of meat. So this one is pretty full, this one's pretty full, and then this was the last one I did. It's not as full as the other ones, but it'll still be delicious. So for dinner, my husband made this big beautiful bowl of salad, and we are just air frying the chicken thighs in the air fryer. And honestly, I don't even know what we're doing for food for tomorrow. After all that cooking, all the food is gone. So here is my husband's plate, dinner. The chicken turned out delicious and it smells really, really good. Is it good, Lucas?
Yeah.
Yeah, Noah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already eating it. I left the skin on, so. Thank you so much for watching What's for Dinner. Thank you for spending the time with us today. I hope you enjoyed our meals and I hope it gave you guys some ideas of what to make. And I'm super excited. We have 6 freezer meals in the freezer and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.